At the beginning of the Second World War, Canada didn't have a lot of vehicles to train on. So with the support of the government, General Worthington went to the United States and purchased 250 tanks. This is an M1917 Six-Ton Tank. During the First World War, the United States decided that they were going to start building tanks. They went to get a copy of an FT-17, a very light, small, fast tank that the French had great success in the First World War. And it's a very tiny vehicle. This is just a two-person crew. They took a copy of that and then improved them slightly with a change of a few parts here and there. This is a wood idler in the French FT-17s, and this is full metal. One of the other things that you notice that puts it as one of those unique Canadian versions is the fact that there's holes cut out on the track pads, and that allows muck and snow to be pushed out as opposed to putting pressure on the pins. So these became the very first kind of armored vehicles that they were using in any numbers in Borden for the Armored Corps to train on. So as more and more vehicles became available, these became obsolete. So as soon as they could start getting rid of them, they did. This particular one actually was sold off to a sawmill in Bracebridge, Ontario. The sawmill owner didn't really need a tank, he needed a tractor. So he would later push off features like the turret and the tail in order for him to have a tractor. He kept it until 1981, where a collector from Wetaskiwin, Alberta, named Stan Reynolds, came across this vehicle, purchased it from the sawmill, and moved it back to Alberta. Stan Reynolds had it out in his yard for many years at his local museum. When I started with the War Museum in 1994, I began the conversation with Stan Reynolds to acquire this vehicle here. Once it was in the building, we really began to figure out what we needed to get this restoration complete. We went back and we contacted the family of the original owner in Bracebridge. We were able to find some of the bits and pieces, but not the turret. So what we ended up doing is going to Borden, Ontario, where there's another example, and worked with a company here in town called Do Engineering, who worked with us to fabricate the turret. In the end, it was returned back to its tank configuration. Only 20 of the M1917 Six-Tons are still available to see in museums.